On October 24th, 1975, the women of Iceland participated in a strike. It was a labor and domestic strike. Over 90% of the population of Iceland's women participated. The strike was initially just termed Women's Day Off, and it was just intended to help Parliament take notice of the unequal pay and horrible working conditions that women were facing at the time. The women were making less than 60% on the dollar of what a man would make for the same work. So they needed to do this. And holy shit, did they do this. The following year after the strike, um, Parliament changed the law. So it should have gave them equal pay and better working conditions. The strike did help for some years, but in 2023, the women of Iceland had to go on another strike, and over 100,000 women showed up. The committee that was in charge of proposing the Women's Day Off was termed the Red Stocking Ladies, or something like that. Kind of reminds me of the Red Hat Ladies. So in 1976, Parliament changed the law declaring, well, they changed the law to equal pay wages, but they also declared 1975 International Women's Year. Seeing as the strike, where it just took one day of labor and domestic striking on the women's part of Iceland, maybe it's time that the United States, considers the same route because women here are still making 65 to 85% on the dollar for the same work that a man would make. So we need to have another Women's Day Off, but I think it should be broader than that because the living wages, they're not livable. Maybe it should just be a general strike, and if you love women, you're also participating, but also if you love yourself, because all the wages need to raise, but women need to be declared equal pay, right? We found the least protected class. All I'm saying is if we start making committees and having rallies and like, holy shit, people showing up the way that they did in Sweden, let's come up with a cooler, more modern name than the Red Stocking Committee. Not that it wasn't hip back in the 70s, but let's brainstorm, people. What should we call us? Femme fatales? No, 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 no. That sounds negative. It's not. Femme is like girl, and fatale means like deadly girl. Yeah, we deadly because if you see the pictures, where are these women standing in Iceland at this point in 1975? I mean, holy shit, that building looks like it's getting eaten. Anyway, that's just the summation of the women's strike in Iceland and my opinion that it's about time we organize in the United States. Strike. Come on now. It's a country that loves protesting. Let's do it. Let's have like women's week off though, Hit those companies in their wallets. Let's say I have a shopping strike and work strike and domestic strike. And if you love women, you'll do it too. And yourself because the wages need to increase overall, to be honest. So twofold strike. Woo! Let's go.